Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you're doing well and welcome to my channel or welcome back if you're new here. My name is Luana, and over the past 5 years, I've done more than 4,000 twin flame soulmate and love related readings. And today I thought I would sit down and do a collective reading for the divine feminine. It's pretty late at night and I don't usually read at this time, but I really felt that there was a message coming through for this collective. All right, so this reading is going to be about moving away from past struggle. We have the Nine of Wands here, which has been coming up lately in one-on-one readings that I've been doing for clients to represent ancestral trauma and family blockages on the twin flame journey. What I mean by this is when we come to the twin flame journey, we're not just dealing with blockages within our own soul, but we take on patterns from our family line. We are in a lot of ways inheriting the consciousness of those who came before us. And this Nine of Wands energy is this energy of tiredness, of being weary from a long journey, from going through a lot of things. Maybe even as a child, you were told that you had anger issues or that your energy was unruly. And I really see you going through a transition right now, moving away from chaos and conflict into an energy of reciprocity in relationships, okay? And this is really important for the twin flame journey because your ability to manifest union and sustain union in the physical 3D world, sustaining that love, that equal give and take, requires you to almost let go of those past dynamics that you really took on from your family. I keep hearing the phrase that for so many divine feminines tuned in here, it's this energy of you shedding an old skin. If you look at I believe it's a cobra on the image of this Five of Wands card, it's like you are shedding your survival self, the version of you that was created to survive your family dynamic. And for many of you, you have been seeing repeats of old karmic family cycles play out in your friendships. Perhaps you went through a friendship breakup recently or you drifted away from someone who represented an old version of yourself. But Spirit is essentially saying, through all of this chaos, through the mirror of your divine counterpart, twin flame relationship, or whatever soul connection you have in your life right now, it's like you are moving away from that old version of yourself. And this is so important because this is the process of manifesting union. You really are calling in and manifesting your union, but this period of time is about shedding that skin and transforming. You're also, as the divine feminine at this time, releasing the pattern of overgiving, and you're learning how to receive. You are unearthing every previous version of yourself that operated in relationships from a survival paradigm. If you look at all the women on this card, it's like these versions of yourself internally, which are now bare and vulnerable, your emotions exposed, but to a positive end. Spirit is saying this is a positive thing. The 10 of Cups reversed on the bottom of the deck, speaking to the pattern that you are shifting within you, that family dynamic that wasn't emotionally safe or fully kind or fully loving. You are changing this now. You are healing this energy from the ground up. You are setting a new foundation for how you are going to operate as a person in this world, in relationships. And you, as a twin flame, I'm also hearing from Spirit, will be rewarded generously because the fruits of your labors and all of the effort that you have put in to heal yourself and to become aware of these patterns is work that you are doing for the collective consciousness. When one person heals something or paves a pathway for others, it makes that pathway easier for others to walk down. And that is what you are doing on this journey. And that's also why Spirit is saying, let go of your worries about when and how this union will come in. Allow yourself to begin receiving love. The Empress reverse coming out, you have spent so long feeling disconnected from the potential version of yourself who could give and receive love, but mainly receive. You've been through a lot of situations where you were the one giving, always giving love to others, always taking care of others. And Spirit is saying, now it is your turn to be this Empress upright, to be showered with love, gifts, attention, time, kindness, any form that love can come in. It can come in many forms. You might feel right now as if you've been in a waiting period I'm hearing the word catalyst connection. You might have identified or realized that you went through a catalyst connection on your twin flame journey. Perhaps this was someone you thought was your true twin flame, and then they showed their true colors. Spirit is showing me this image of a color wheel. You actually seeing the truth about some person. But remember that this is part of the greater journey, is what Spirit is saying. That this catalyst connection, no matter what form it took and no matter how long it took, and the things that it activated within you, fears, insecurities, desires, it's ultimately leading to happiness and it's ultimately leading to healing. In this specific card spread, I really feel that this Sun card is representing this inevitable happiness that comes as a result of healing into the Empress energy. And the Empress, this is really important. The Empress isn't earning that love. She is inherently worthy of it. If you look at the figurines around her, she's surrounded by angels and dolphins and a great ocean, and she's standing on a bed of flowers. She is surrounded by abundance and love and the elements of the earth, and she attracts love because it is natural, because this is simply the only energy that she will accept. And so part of receiving love is not about becoming better to earn it from someone who was never going to shower you with that love in the first place, but it was actually about shifting into alignment with the people who were already going to give you love. Spirit shows me this image of someone walking around a room and turning over empty cups on the floor, trying to find love, when it is not about looking at the spilled cups or the people who could never give you love or the relationships that never worked out or the catalyst connections that never went further than an activation. It is like Spirit is saying, open the door. Someone's at the door with an offer, with a cup, but you might feel like you're in a limbo right now, like you're waiting on a specific catalyst connection to heal or change or up level. Spirit wants you to know that if you've been feeling confused about why you've been having so much trouble in your love life or why your twin flame journey has felt so chaotic, it is because of your childhood family dynamic. We have the Tower card coming out. And I'm just being shown this image of it always feeling like the energy between your parents is exploding, or perhaps you had parents who were divorced or fighting. This is coming up as such a strong energy at this point in time. It's like this tower came from your past, and this tower keeps repeating in your present. The emotional after effects of this tower and this chaos energy and this fighting between parents and not having healthy role models. And Spirit is almost saying, how can you reselect your role models? We have the Five of Wands jumping out again, chaos. You are shedding that old skin, though. Within this emotional chaos, no matter how crazy it can get, you are actually moving further into the union energy because you are becoming a new version of yourself. This is not a negative thing. This is karma that drives you towards a healing arc or like a redemption arc. The image that is appearing in my mind's eye is Zuko. Zuko's arc from Avatar: The Last Airbender, where there was like a war within him. Spoilers for those of you who haven't seen the cartoon. He has parentage from a good side of the battle and the evil side. So it's like there's a war within him constantly for which side of his ancestry is winning. And it's so funny that the Zuko imagery came to mind because Zuko was dealing with, obviously his ancestry and his family. I believe he was descended from an evil grandparent and also a grandparent who was very loving and kind and aligned with the ways of the Avatar and keeping peace in the world. And it's so funny because it's almost saying that there is a part of your ancestry and your heritage that is trying to move you in the wrong direction, in a direction that isn't aligned, maybe in a direction of mind games or, staying single forever because you're too afraid to let love in, or, being very rigid around love and relationships. But it's like Spirit is almost saying, take the middle path. You are the person healing this. And there's another side of your parentage that wants it and wants to experience love and heal that and know what true love is. And that is ultimately what this twin flame journey is about. Yeah. 10 of Wands in the Tower. This is past relationship disaster in your family line, whether you witnessed this in your parents growing up, or whether this is something more subconscious that was in your grandparents or your great grandparents, or you can trace it however far back you want in your family line. There's something there that's influencing your beliefs and your behaviors and your life experiences. And that's what you're shedding right now through this chaos. So, wow, I looked up on my phone and it was exactly 11:11 as I said that. This is alignment. It's almost like chaos can be alignment sometimes. I shuffled again, guys, and the Five of Wands fell out again. This is just, okay, I really feel like someone has called this message in and needs to hear this strongly. Someone who has been stressing about union. Is it possible for me? Why can't things work out? It will. And you are going through this phase of healing something very deep that feels impossible, but it's not impossible, is what Spirit is saying. Eight of Wands energy here. The Wands energy goes from chaos to fast moving energy. You have persevered and you have been confident, and you have all this forward moving energy with Eight of Wands. You have this almost like this potential, this limitless possibility, this fiery energy that comes directly from your heart and intuition, comes from source. Notice how all the roses are in the sky above the mountains. Being above the mountains represents those higher dimensions where your non-physical self resides and vibrates at. These higher dimensions where love is natural and love is your birthright. And you are drawing inspiration from your soul. So it's deeply linked to your soul purpose to have union in this lifetime. It is deeply deserved. It is a long time coming, and it is a natural closing of this cycle. It's almost like Spirit is saying, from your perspective, it feels like something that you have to force to manifest, or maybe even in some ways chase after, or make sure that you're good enough for it. But in the eyes of Spirit, this union that you're calling in was part of your greater soul plan, regardless. You having that experience of being loved, giving love, and forming that union and that long term bond, even marriage for some of you. I know marriage is a personal choice. I personally chose to manifest and get married to my twin flame because that is simply the relationship model that I wanted. For everyone, it's going to be different. But it just goes to show that this was part of your plan overall. Look at this circle. Circular imagery just goes to show that you will start out with a desire, go through all of these challenges, experiences, and come back full circle and have that completion. I kept having the World card come out today for me when I was shuffling cards as well. The World card is that completion, that end of a cycle. At the end and at the beginning of this cycle that you are in with romance, it begins with union, but it also, union is like another cycle that you will go through. We think that union is the end, but it keeps going. Obviously, things get better because we have love, but it is another cycle to learn from, to expand from. But obviously, getting to union in the first place is debatably the hardest because we have no conception yet of what it feels like or what it looks like, especially for this collective that I'm speaking to, where you have that past family experience, like that Zuko analogy and reference that I brought through, where his ancestry are at war, was at war. So he's at war within himself. And you have been, it's like your ancestors have been at war within you. And that has been kind of affecting your experience. But you are healing your family line. They're showing me this they're literally showing me this symbol for like DNA. It's like you are healing patterns, generational patterns within your family that will affect future generations and the people within you for years and years and years. You are doing big healing work, okay? That is also why the universe is on your side. So if it ever feels like union is impossible or it's too hard or you feel like you can't manifest it, the universe wants you to know there's everything in your favor of manifesting this, because manifesting this means not just healing for you, but it means healing for your twin flame, whoever they might be. It means healing for future children if you choose to have them. It means healing for your family, for your friends, for the people around you, for the world at large, right? Because when you are happy, you help others heal and lift up to that vibration, right? You are healing massive inner child wounds, limitation, fears, attachment, karmic cycles. For some of you, I'm literally hearing you are healing the cycle of abuse. Maybe you've come from families where there was mental health issues or abuse in some ways. I see that with the devil card, but you are breaking that. You're like, this ends with me. The next generation is going to be healthier. I am going to be different. And that's beautiful. And Spirit wants you to be so proud of yourself because sometimes you feel guilty for wanting to manifest union. But Spirit is saying, look how your desires benefit not just you, but everyone. It's a good thing to want what you want. It's a beautiful thing. It's a deserved thing. And it's a natural thing. So, what's a closing message for the beautiful divine feminines tune into this reading? Justice. Balance card in this deck in particular. You will get what you know you want. That quote is coming to my mind. It is inevitable. Doesn't mean it's going to come in the way you think it's going to mean. Doesn't mean it's going to come in the way you think it will, or in the exact image that you imagine. But there's balance, and there's a sense of coming full circle, and there's a sense of attaining what you want and being able to breathe a sigh of relief. And once you get that, have a completely different perspective about the twin flame journey and about what you have been told about this journey. Because this journey is not just about healing yourself or fixing yourself. This journey is actually deeply about love and partnership and balance and happiness. And you deserve all of these things. Deserve love. Of course I do. Like, they're giving me the phrase, of course I do. I challenge you, if you're manifesting union, go look in the mirror right now and say, I deserve love. Of course I do. Of course I do. Say, of course I do, with this sense of like vigor and excitement and strength, okay? Because that is going to shift you into this energy that moves mountains, is what I'm hearing, that helps you stay loyal to yourself and your desires and breaks the cycle of self-abandonment and helps call in that union faster, more powerfully, and helps you prepare to receive that love, okay? Again, to close the reading, 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, fast-moving energy. Your inspiration comes from source. You are pulling in this fiery strength to manifest, to move forward. This is a really beautiful, accelerated time to shift your energy right now with this upcoming Lionsgate portal and to manifest what you truly desire and deserve, because it is such a part of your soul blueprint. If you guys are wanting to book a personal reading with me, I am running a special Lionsgate activation event up until August 7th. So there's about a few days left, I think 5 days at the time that I post this. And I'm offering a 12-month and a 6-month forecast for your twin flame connection. And it's not just a reading, but it is a healing activation where we're going to be looking at everything that is holding you back in terms of your ancestral blockages, limiting beliefs, energies within you that are out of alignment or resisting union or resisting love. We're going to be taking a look at all of that. I'm going to be giving you a forecast for each month of the year so that each month you can know what is going to come up ahead of time, integrate it with self-love, and have deeper self-awareness so that you can shift your energy and really get into alignment with the energy of receiving love, because it is what you deserve. If you're curious about booking that with me, I will leave everything linked for you in the description. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. I'll also leave my email down there. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm sending you guys so much love. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.